Okay, so in this video we are going to look at generate sales page images times 100, which is a very cool task. It's one that's been coming for a while. It's one that I've wanted to build for my own personal use. I built it this weekend. I'm already using it. This, along with some of the other things that we're rolling out over the next few weeks, is going to make things a whole lot smoother. And so, you know, one of the great things about Agent X, one of my favorite tasks, is the ability to create sales pages. And so this is the sales page that I'm currently building for a new offer, which is provisionally called Viral GPT. This is probably going to be used as an upsell. As with all the technology I build, it's going to be working its way into Agent X and actually the Done For You website that we are rolling out in probably the next few days. This particular feature is going to be integral to that site, but I'm also kind of going to use it here. And so anyway, I've gone to Agent X and I have gone in here and I've run the build full sales page. I put the title in, I've put my description of few headlines and description of what the tool's going to do. I've then clicked run, waited an hour or two, excuse me, and then it's generated this sales page block. Now, these sales page blocks, we obviously have a video on this, I'm not going to go through this, but the content that this creates in terms of the copy, in terms of the scripts, in terms of the words that appear on the page is phenomenal. I really can't stress enough how amazing the scripts are, the words, the copy. It's just as good basically as getting, paying someone $1,000 to not just write the copy, but then actually insert it into the pages. And it's something we can do in just a few clicks. So the copy side of building our websites, these super profitable, super important, powerful websites, the copy side is licked basically. We don't need to worry about that. However, aside from the SVGs, which are these little icons that appear here, you may notice that sometimes the images that appear aren't always relevant. So, the background images don't really change. The proof images don't really change. The e-covers, they're fine. They're automatically generated. They're fine. But a lot of the background videos and the images, don't really change too much. Some of them do. So the step 1, 2, 3 images do kind of change a bit. But not all of them do change. And the reason for that is when I built this particular task, there was a technical issue that basically meant that the images weren't replaced. They weren't actually changed. So we do actually have a process for changing these images, but it was never fully implemented. And the reason that I didn't just go in and quickly fix that code is because I wanted to do something better than that. And that thing that is better than that is now here. So what I'm about to show you will allow you to generate images to quickly add to your sales page. You can, of course, use these same images on any website. You can, put them on any website. If you've got other sales pages that aren't built with Agent X, you've got blogs, you've got landing pages, that's fine. But these particular images are built specifically for Agent X and the way that Agent X's images are formatted and set up. So let's say that I've gone through this process. I've run step 1, build me a sales page. It's then generated, all of these different blocks. I've selected my blocks and I've then returned to Agent X and I've now entered those blocks, those URLs of the images I like. And I've now run complete full sales page step 2. And it's now given me a complete sales page with a zip file. The copy looks good, the blocks look good, but I now want to replace the images. So what do I do? Well, what we do is we go back here to the sales page that we entered, and we copy all of the text that we entered for this particular task. We click on New Agent, and now what we do is we click on Generate Sales Page Images. We paste that same information in, put the name of the product in, and we run this task, and it's now going to generate 100 different images for us. So let's see how that looks. And this is the Viral GPT that I'm currently building. I've actually not seen this myself. So this is the first time I'm going to see these. and it's generated 100 sales page images. You can see I've also concurrently been running the build full sales page and the VSL. So I started this last night. I've come on this morning and these are done. I've not checked them. I know that they're there and I know that I can return to them when I want. So let's click on this. And you can see that we have all of these different images, and there are a lot of different images. Now, some of these images are generated by AI. You can see that step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are all generated by AI. The remaining ones from step 6 onwards aren't generated by AI. They are selected from a database that we have of previous images, and you can basically choose to either use the AI ones or use the other ones, or kind of mix and match them. Now, one thing that I really want to draw your attention to, because this isn't something that's clear, this is one of those things that when I talk to people on support, they kind of don't realize. When you create a sales page with Agent X and you download the zip file, so you go here and you download the zip file to your computer. When you open up the task, when you open up the zip file, you'll see something that looks like this basically. Now, this folder here, Images AC, if I open this up, I want to show you something. You'll notice that all of these are have got default names. Excuse me, losing my voice here with this cold. They've all got default names. So we have anchoring.png, we have benefit1.png all the way to benefit6.png. We have BG type 1 and BG type 1b.jpg. We have BG type 2. We have bonus 1 to 4.png. We have BG video 1.mp4. You can see all of these are basically given specific names. They've got specific titles, okay? And the reason that this is relevant is if we want to, let's say we're really happy with our sales page, but we just want to replace the images, what we can do is we can actually just rename this, or call this, anchoring old or whatever. And then we can go over to, for example, here, and let me just search anchoring, and we've got these 4 images, and we can just right click and save this image to this folder as anchoring.png. And now when we open up our sales page, we go to this page here, this index page, that image will have automatically changed. And we can do this for all of these images. And so if you go into this folder, if you go into Images AC and you just open up your index page and then open this up and start to look through the images, you will see very quickly what images tally with what you're looking at on the page, and you can just go in and change these. And this is the quickest way to make changes. Before I forget as well, because this is something else that I have mentioned in various places, but it's something that is very powerful, not a lot of people may have seen it. The Agent X pages are built with Remixable, and with Remixable we spent a lot of time building out the style sheet, which is, without being too complicated, it's the CSS file that determines the images, that determines the fonts and the colors and the styles of a particular page. Now, we actually have inside every single file that you export, every single zip file that you export from this task, every single sales page, we actually have a folder called CSS. And if you go into this and you rename the remix.css file to something else, let's say remix old, and then you take any of these 10 and 1 to 10 and you rename them as remix, and then again go back and refresh the page, you will see that the color scheme, the fonts, the whole thing changes. And then we can just go back, say we don't like that one, we will just remix that, give that an old name, so we'll change that back to 10, change this back, or we could change another one of these to remix.css, go back and refresh, and it is that simple, okay? So I just wanted to mention that while we're kind of poking around within these folders. But if I just return to this page, you will see that we have the specific names that we will want to replace. So if we want to right click and save this, we would save it to the Images AC folder, and we would then find replace, in this case, one of these images here. If we want to change this one, we would find replace either bg2.jpg or bg2 b.jpg. In this case, by the way, you'll see it says and convert to JPG. These are actually PNGs, so we would either want to change the link, the image link within the source code, or simply save this to our computer and then rename it convert it to .gpg, which we can do with a free tool like GIMP very, very easily. But these two are the only two that you'll need to do that for. Every other one here is just going to create the images that you can literally just, save as pane 1 or pane 3 or whatever it is you want to do. And so this is kind of the final missing piece of the puzzle here. We can now build not just sales pages, but we can build not just write copy for our sales pages, but we can make images for our sales pages too. And yeah, it's just going to create some really, really beautiful images straight out of the gate. So I'm really, really excited to use this one myself. I think it's going to have a big impact on the kind of pages you create. And if you're looking to create pages that are completely, detached from marketing, from AI, from a lot of the kind of default images that are preloaded here, you want to kind of go off and do like a dieting offer or a web development offer or a learn Spanish offer, and you're kind of looking at some of these images and thinking these don't really apply to me, then this is the task for you. So hopefully this has been very clear. If you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you and enjoy this task.